Andrews.
Start from him, driven through cover. There's protection there. There's a sweeper in Peter Siddle. So just the single.
Henry Hunt was back in June when the Redbacks were going through their fitness regimen, working a lot on his straight ball, no turn there, switch back. On his boxing, you know how they use the boxing as a fitness
yes.
training regime? And that was in like ripped body as well.
Driven straight into Jordan Silk's shin. Bit of a stinger. I'm sure he'll be all right. It's a nice delivery from Andrews, looping that one up.
Yeah. So in the first innings as well, he's not your classical left-arm spinner. He's not someone who's going to give the ball a lot of air and beat batsmen in the air very often.
Shorter ball, driven to point.
He will keep it tight and get you to make a mistake. But like you said, there is some turn when you bowl from the Glover Avenue. Lloyd Pope got some to turn.
Lovely flighted delivery from Andrews to finish the over. And the West End Redbacks are 1 for 52.
Still a long, long way behind.
Only 247 runs behind.
Viewers at home, you know who the Redback supporter is.
246. I am completely impartial.
Like we all are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyone in the media center, anyone in the press box. Though we are partial towards one thing though, for the game to finish early.
No, I'm a lover of cricket. I just want to see it keep going and going, and maybe half hour.
Yeah, I think more so in the written press box where everybody's getting tensed about writing their copy, meeting the deadline.
Yes,
Perfect time for a test match to finish is around lunchtime on day 5, so that you get your lunch.
Oh yes, can't be.
Yeah,
you can't miss out on lunch.
Exactly. Right, you shouldn't.
Nathan Ellis back into the attack from the Hospital or Northern End. First spell, or his last spell, I thought he just bowled a little bit short, didn't allow the ball to swing. He is the wicket taker. Got the wicket of Jake Weatherald.
Immediately rushes the batsman. Slightly late on the ball there.
I think it takes, with his slinging action, I think it takes a couple of deliveries for most batters to pick them up. It's better length. I think last year we saw him in the Big Bash and a couple of ODIs, and he was bowling up in that sort of mid 130s, occasionally pushing up to the high 130s. So that's good pace in anyone's language.
And he looks, at least from here, like one of those bowlers who hits the bat harder than what the speed gun might show you. You always hear cricketers talk about how some are just quicker off the pitch than in the air. He does seem like he's one of those.
Full ball driven down the ground. That's a lovely shot from Henry Hunt. Racing across the turf. Will it get to the boundary? It does now. 4 runs.
It's a fine shot. Wasn't really a half volley. He had to put his front foot out, met it at the pitch of the ball, and beautifully played just past the stumps. Lucky that the ball didn't hit the stumps, which also tells you how straight that ball went.
Beautiful head position there too from Hunt. Nice and still when he played the shot. And again, head right over the top of the ball.
Steady. It's good technique, solid technique, nothing flashy about either of these batsmen. Play the ball close to their bodies, use their feet. Nothing too elaborate, nothing too quirky about them, and it shows in the way they accumulate runs. We're going to see them scoring at a very fast clip.
Down leg side, runs here, and over the rope for 4 more. So a couple of boundaries in this over to Hunt.
Ellis generally shows a little more control than this. Maybe he's still just getting into his rhythm. Drifted down the pads. And the Hunt stays still. Generally, at the crease, all he had to do was just deflect it away.
That's his 4th boundary.
It is about batting time, but every boundary counts. It adds to your confidence. Runs on the board.
And a good lead. And that will be drinks. So I've just put the drinks break out a little bit with South Australia. 1 for 60. At Karen Rodden Oval. Players slowly come back. It's a bit warm here. We're just mentioning that sun's got a lot of bite. Just making sure they get enough sustenance.
Henry Hunt had a wet towel over his head. Signs that it is a warm to hot day. So when you say warm and hot in Adelaide's context, it generally whether the sun's out or not. It depends on the sun totally. If you're under the sun, it's hot and warm. But
yes.
Yes, very different to other parts of the world, especially where I come from.
Oh, and it's quite pleasant, you know, come January, February, where we'll be pushing high 30s and low 40s here in Adelaide.
Yeah, that's when you do not need a hairdryer.
I don't need one on a cold day. So Tom Andrews will continue. Still some pressure around the bat. That one just, the arm ball just quickened on, hurried up. Davis.
He's a kind of left arm spinner who you'd think would get more wickets with his arm ball than his, like a standard
tosses that one up. Very good one-day bowler too. Tom Andrews had good success with a white ball.
Well, it's fun seeing guys like Tom Andrews to see this delivery. Adjust from, we always talk of batsmen adjusting from one format to the other, your tempo, your temperament, but it's the same for spinners in particular.
Nice bowling again from Andrews.
It will help having a captain like Tim Payne behind the stumps. All adds to the growing, all adds to the learning, of course.
Carbon copy that one. Nice drift back into the right-hander.
It's bowling with the wind, with the breeze.
Shorter that one. Couldn't take advantage of the shorter ball. Ends a maiden from Tom Andrews. So West End Redbacks will remain at no wicket for 60. Hunt on 31. Davis on 16. Starting to build a nice little partnership, these two.
Yeah, they look settled now. Henry Hunt's has faced 69 balls. Brad Davis 58 balls. New ball. It's no longer a new ball now. So and we have seen on this pitch, if you can survive the new ball, there are runs on offer. Lots of them.
Ellis back into the attack. Well, back in the attack continues, I should say, after drinks.
Much better start to the over. Slightly loose in that last over. Hopefully he's found his rhythm. Like with Brad Davis, Nathan Ellis as well tried everything. Right, as a carpenter, tried working as a building company, and then finally got his big break. And see that it means a lot to him.
Not much movement there for Ellis. So as you said, this ball now, I was looking at, it's about 26 overs old.
Well done, that's good math on the fly. 27th over, yeah, there you go.
And with all the cloud gone, just blue skies in Adelaide. Sun shining. Good batting track. Lovely shot through cover. It's racing away across the carpet. 4 runs.
That's the quickest part of the outfield here at the Karen Rolton Oval. Ball really does hurry across that part of the ground. And full ball, nice use of his feet. Stretches out, plays the ball right under his eyes. Lovely shot again.
It's almost like it picks up speed going towards that light tower.
It really
towards
does.
the hospital over there.
The Hunt's looking good now.
Again, really good defence from Henry Hunt.
He has the technique to survive on most pitches, you would think, considering how late he plays the ball. Roomed with Wes Agar. I wonder whether he still lives with him. When he moved
I think they're still,
over to South Australia.
yeah, I think they're still living together. Could be wrong, but I think that's the case.
Opener and a fast bowler in the same house.
Full ball driven again. We'll get runs here, Willie. No, some good fielding by Peter Siddle.
So throwing himself there at the ball. The most elegant of dives, but effective. That's what matters. He saved some runs for his team.
In the first round against WA, Hunt made 57. Third ball duck.
He's looking good in the first innings as well. Looked like he'd seen off the new ball and just at the stroke of lunch, getting out. Rather disappointing.
Full of ball driven through cover. I think Ben McDermott just got a hand on it there.
There again, good use of the feet. Is it late? Not as punchy as most other Australian batsmen you see, especially from WA, Queensland, where ball comes on a lot more. There's truer bounce. Tom Andrews, like a lot of others we've seen across these first 2 rounds of the Sheffield Shield, with long sleeves on. It's the end of the sleeves to shine the ball. Steady from Tom Andrews, just ball pushed out onto the onside.
Sorry, I was missing there for a second. I was trying to find out who number 33 is. He's on the field. It's Mac Wright. Now we have to find out who's off. Andrews is cut to backward square. Jackson Bird does the fielding. There's no run. He's been bowling well here, Tom Andrews, keeping it nice and tight. Bowling with some nice flight and variation.
Quick chat with Mo Webster at mid-on. Do they have a plan up their sleeve? We'll find out.
Again, I like that nice drift back into the right-hander.
Just kind of ball that can be slightly annoying for the square leg umpire, because he has to run in all the way this late in the day just because the bail has been knocked off.
It's a little wider, bit of turn.
It seems to have settled in nicely, Tom Andrews, into the spell. Nice controls. Giving the ball just that bit of air.
Half an appeal. Very brave umpire to give that one out.
Just an instinctive appeal whenever batsman pads up and it hits the pad. Anywhere close to his stumps, even if it isn't too close.
No shot must appeal rule. Forcing Hunt back and ends the over. Another good one from Tom Andrews. There's 3 overs, no wicket for 2. And doing a good job, these two.
You'd think the beginnings tomorrow, as well as these two have played, the focus will be on Travis Head, test batsman, captain of the side.
Dislocated his little finger during the morning. Dived to field a ball and little finger popped out. So had that put back in. It'll be interesting to see whether that affects his batting. I don't think it will. It's on his left hand.
He came out and fielded for more than half a day after that.
Yeah.
He looked in extreme pain. I was not too far from the dressing room when I saw him go off.
Bouncer to start the next over from Nathan Ellis.
Most of the short pitch deliveries we've seen in this game had to be banged in halfway down the wicket. It just floated over the batsman's head. The kind of, at times I want a batsman to just like walk away when he sees a ball like that, like rather than his duck under it, because it anyway sits up, it takes its own sweet time. Just walk off, like, and walk to square leg. Make a point. We need more maverick batsmen like that.
Edged to the gully, fell short of gully.
Brad Davis, very similar to Henry Hunt in the way moves his feet and just, again, soft hands, plays the ball very late. They aren't looking to force the issue. They're not the kind of batsmen who are going to go for the jugular ever. You need to get them out.
And that's perfect for an opener and a number 3. That's what you want. Time at the crease. Half a shout from Nathan Ellis. He doesn't mind a It's one appeal, Nathan Ellis.
He's full of energy, bursting with energy. Just going back to Travis Head, just the fact that Cam Green's getting runs, Ashton Agar's made 100. There are just a lot of middle order batsmen, though you wouldn't naturally put Ashton Agar in that mix, but if he keeps scoring runs and he keeps taking wickets, just about the right time for Travis Head to get that one big 100 out of the way.
It's on leg stump. Worked on to the leg side. It's Jake Doran. And walked through for a single.
Having said that, he did make a famous Test 100 in Australia's penultimate Test, Boxing Day against New Zealand.
Yes.
Fine 100 that was. And team management does put a lot of faith on him. I still remember Justin Langer walking around the oval with Travis Head after he'd been informed that he'd been left out in that Test. Arm around his shoulder.
Barefoot walk.
But they had the shoes on. I was the one barefoot that day.
Bouncer from Ellis. Well short.
Again, a lot of energy used in delivering that ball. Zero effect.
Still good pace. Still Tim Payne takes that above his head. Good carry. Late on day 3. It's just gone 5:30 local time. Bit of an inside edge. We'll get some runs here. Hunt, just another single for him. And ends the over with West End Redbacks 1 for 66. And with that, we'll take a swap in commentary. Laurie Colliver and Miles Fitzner coming up.
Well done, boys. Hour to go here. Barrett had a pretty strong day until he just turned the monitor off there, but everything's okay. We've got 14 overs left. Tom Andrews into the attack. Good day, boys. Well done. Here from Barrett a little bit later. There's Andrews bowling his slow left armers. Oh, that's a full bunger. And hit up to mid-off. Miles Fitz is here. We've been sitting outside, Miles, enjoying the late afternoon sunshine and just a beautiful little bit of breeze blowing. How are you?
I'm well. Yeah, nice sitting out there just under the scoreboard. Set up a couple of chairs and had a good look. And
all we needed was the esky, as that one is defended out to the offside. Bit early for that. Hour to go. Tom Andrews getting an opportunity here. A little bit of a chat to him as well. Lucky enough to be fielding just in front of us. Good form. Keen to get on with it here. That's a quicker ball and well defended there by Henry Hunt. These two are doing a good job just bringing up the 50 partnership for the second wicket, the first 50 partnership in the match for the hosts. In fact, the second one, 55 between Nielsen and Sayers. They came a bit late though, 6 for 107, 7 for 162. So second 50 stand for the game.
yeah, Tommy just telling us on the boundary there, Laurie, that this end's turning a bit more than the other.
Officially, pass short cover.
These two doing a good job here, Hunt and Davis. Hanging in.
There's the silly point, end of another over. 30 overs completed, 1 for 67. Yes, they have. Weatherall out the second over after tea. The Henry Hunt half century in the first game, likewise Davis. But no, it's been a good partnership. They really put their heads down, and Henry Hunt 30 in the first inning. Good job in the second. Past 30 once again.
Just an update from Gladys Elphick Park.
Yep.
She's only a couple of 100 metres away. Cameron Green on a 161. Matthew Kelly at the crease on 18. A couple of other wickets to fall. Sean Abbott's taken 3 for 77 over there. So The Warriors trail New South Wales by 41 runs.
Peter Siddle back into the attack for Tassie. And just left alone outside the off stump. Yeah, that game over there, Miles, a bit of a bat fest at the moment, isn't it, with WA batting very well today. 40 runs behind. It's going to take some declarations in that match, isn't it, to sort of get an outright result. Just 13 wickets across nearly 3 days. And a few reports Nathan Lyon might have had a little bit of a shoulder problem. Did a bit of fielding earlier in the day. Andrew Ramsey from the cricket.com.au website was reporting on Twitter that tried a Jonty Rhodes style piece of fielding and may have landed awkwardly.
Oh, well, it's not good.
Hope it's okay.
Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah.
Witnessing a good battle here.
Yep.
We'll see these Adelaide wickets. Really batsman friendly, aren't they, Laurie?
This has been good batting the last 2 days. But no, fingers crossed with Lyon, he's okay. And yeah, there's plenty to talk about in these first rounds of Shield cricket, especially Cameron Green going well. Ash Nagar getting wickets.
Tim Payne getting 100.
Your mate, Tim.
Nice.
You love him,
Just the
don't you?
greatest. Just love him. Just absolutely love him.
No, he's done a good job in this game as captain as well. He led the side well on the opening day. Obviously driven. Thought he might have batted a little bit too long, but understandably they don't want to bat again in the match, Tasmania, and the way it's shaping up with a lead of 231 as we sit here. We're highly unlikely, unless, you know, they might chase 50 or 60 tomorrow, but we're in a pretty good position. 8 for 493 versus 195 and 1 for 67.
We've just got about time here. West End Redbacks. And time in the middle. I'm sure tomorrow morning there'll be plenty of action. Ball hooping around.
Off the hip, back of a square leg. Yeah, well, if there's a little bit of rain around late tomorrow, that early part of the day will be very important, but still 12 overs to go after this, so loads of cricket left in today for our folks watching on Fox Cricket 501 and the other parts of the internet and other places that you can have a look. KO Sports as well. But they've played very soundly, these two. Pretty benign surface. That one, good lift and carry once again, allowed to pass.
Good opportunity here for Davis.